Please read the disclaimer. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, moneymakers. Is the crypto market done with the sell-off? Are we on the precipice of a big recovery? We'll talk about why maybe not. We'll talk about the current situation in the markets. We'll talk about the current disproportion between the M2, right, the global liquidity, and the price of Bitcoin. We'll look at XRP. We'll look at the markets. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button. I want to remind you that we still have our free Telegram group that is open to everybody. It's growing. We're getting more people. I'm going to be updating a little bit more. I'm getting into the groove of updating in the group. So link is in the description down below if you are interested. Now, we are in a situation where potentially there could be a few reasons why the crypto market took that pullback. Of course, we have the current situation in Japan, where the Japan 10-year bond yield reached its highest level since 2008, right? And higher bond yield means borrowers will have to pay more in interest. For decades, investors have borrowed yen at 0% interest rate to invest in global assets. With bond yield rising, they are being forced to sell their assets. This means that this is the reason why gold and stocks are also being sold alongside crypto, right? Although we have seen the stock market go down today, it has recovered a lot of the loss that it saw in the morning. And the crypto market is doing much better. Today, we'll talk about how Bitcoin jumped off of the gap, and we'll look at that, the CME gap, and we're seeing assets go up 7-8% here today, even in double digits movements to the green, right? There also is a liquidity crunch. Despite the fact that the US government shutdown is over, Treasury has still not started to release liquidity, and the markets are suffering, okay? With no new liquidity influx, markets are feeling the pain. And so could there, though, be, if there's really no bad news for the crypto market, I have been asking this question over the past few days, could this all just be, a technical thing, right? Where we kept saying that the gap was getting closer and closer and closer. And as we got closer and closer, I told you, I have a feeling that we're going to close it, right? And eventually we did. And that brought down the whole crypto market, of course. But this morning we saw Bitcoin drop all the way to 89,000, and then it bounced off of that. Interestingly, I did open a small position on Bitcoin there at our partners BTCC. If you're interested, we still have the giveaway going on, right, until the end of the month. So if you're already part of BTCC, you're part of the giveaway. And if you sign up now, you'll also be eligible for that. Link is in the description down below at my website. You can go here and then you can come and sign up to BTCC. You click here and then it opens up and you can sign up using my link. Just please trade responsibly, okay? I also right now have a position that I open up on BTCC for ZEC, Z-E-C, right? The ZEC, Z-E-C. It's Zcash, right? And it's actually up like, I don't know how much, around 600%. So it's here you can see. It's up significantly, right? And I opened that up earlier this morning. So again, there's a lot of opportunity now in the crypto market, but again, that was a risky trade. That is just what I am doing. This is just my trades, my opinion on the market. Of course, this video is for educational purposes and entertainment purposes, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very important. The market has moved very nice. ZEC is up, I think, like about 15% since I opened that position. So it did go down. It did go down. I think I opened it up around here, right? It's up 13%. It did come down. So it wasn't the best entry, but that's how sometimes you have to manage your risk. Okay. Very important to remember. Again, link is in the description down below, and they are a partner of the channel. So I will get a commission if you use my link. If we go back to XRP, XRP is up around 3% here today. Ethereum up 4%, Solana up 7.5%, Doge up 6%. Some assets, going up 15. Aster and others are going up here 15% of the market. You can see lots of green here today, recovering off of that low and the gap. And again, it doesn't mean, by the way, that we're going to now to the moon, right, or something like that. That we're going to see a very banana zone. No, that does not mean that. We still need to be careful. We still need to be cautious. Things can flip, right? And although, right, we are seeing a situation where the current M2 global liquidity is detached significantly from the price of Bitcoin. Remember, it was mimicking for the longest time. All this money, right, came into the global liquidity, but Bitcoin consolidated and now is pulling back. So this is an anomaly. And the question is, will Bitcoin recover and come back? Potentially, maybe, right? Many crypto holders hope, but we don't know, again, if it will happen. And so we need to take that into consideration, that there is going to be, we've seen that sometimes you have a good day, but then the next day it's a red day. And we can continue to see this flippity floppity kind of action here. So again, we need to take that into consideration, that is a possibility. Okay. Very, very important to remember that. Now, we're in a situation, again, that the markets are confusing. Bitcoin, but some perspective, right? Bitcoin averages 2 declines of 20% or more a year. Ether averages 3 declines of 20% or more a year. S&P 500 averages 4 decline of 5% or more the year. The NASDAQ, 4 decline of 5% a year. Gold averages 1 decline of 10%. And the VIX spikes above 20 roughly 40 times per year, right? If you remember, we talked about, by the way, the VIX. You remember the VIX? It is the indicator that tells us, some will call it the fear factor, is basically the ratio between the calls and the puts on the SPY, the S&P 500 index fund. And when there's more people that are buying puts, it goes up. And when there's more people buying calls, or the ratio, it goes down. Anything above 20 is considered pretty fearful, right? But for the last few months, we've been, for the most part, under 20, outside of, a few, the remarks from President Trump regarding China a few weeks ago, and that brought it up all the way almost to 30. And now the uncertainty from the end of the government shutdown, potentially, bringing in bad data, and then the Fed making a decision that was outside of the scope of the market. And so that is creating now a little bit of a fear. If you go like to Yahoo Finance, you say, it says here, stock slide as worries over AI, US economy loom over markets. Okay, so that's the reason why they are giving the market that pulled back actually significantly today. You can see that the VIX was at a lot higher level, and it has pulled back. It was all the way at 25, now it's back to 23. And you can see, let's find the NASDAQ. You can see it was all the way down here, and it has recovered over the past few hours about 1.5%, which is pretty significant for the NASDAQ. So it will be very interesting to see where the markets go from here. By the way, it could affect, right? We have NVIDIA earnings tomorrow. A lot of the stock market is looking at that. And so again, that could maybe affect what's happening with the prices. I don't know. People may be being a little bit more careful, and maybe they're also being careful with all their assets, not just stocks, maybe also crypto. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. We'll see if there's a continuation of the breakout. I've seen a lot of accounts already on X and YouTube that are saying that's it. The bottom is in. We hit the CME gap. It's over, and things like that. The market now can recover. The dip is over. We'll see. Again, I play it day to day, right? If I see momentum, I go short term. If I see potential long term, I accumulate. That's my plan, right? And sometimes it's successful, and sometimes it's not, okay? There's going to be some winners, and there's going to be losers. At the end of the day, our goal is to have more winners than losers, and not have the losers finish us, right? Remember Mortal Kombat, finish him. So that is something that we need to make sure that, that's from my experience. Again, everything we talked about in this video is just my opinion. This is how I see the market, and it's only for educational and entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Also, remember that I will never contact you on social media asking to sign up. I won't DM you. I won't befriend you. None of that's happening. Those are imposters. Please be very careful out there. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you get daily updates and you don't miss out on anything new. Smash that like button. Let's try to get 1,000 likes on this video. I think if you made it all the way to the end, you will smash the like button. I have a hunch. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.